Hey guys, what is the name? The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD is the game. In the last episode, we did the trading sequence side quest. We sailed around, met the Goron merchants, and trade goods around so that the little shop here, Zunari shop, is now overflowing with various goods, and he's happy. And we also got the armor, the magic armor, which will allow us to not take any damage. Instead, it sucks up our rupees. And because I have never obtained this item in this version of the game before, I don't know like how many rupees it takes. So we're gonna kind of experiment with that if we come across any enemies in this episode and see exactly how much like a blow to the magic armor really costs Link. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, for now, our first destination is going to be, this isn't right. There we go. Our first destination is going to be Forest Haven, because we're going to be taking on the Withered Deku Tree side quests. So you guys remember seeing those Deku trees, or the little trees that are around the Great Sea. You remember seeing them withered and dry, and the Koroks will tell you you need water from Forest Haven, from the Great Deku Tree, to kind of revive them. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going to the Great Deku Tree, grabbing some of that water in a bottle, and taking it out to the trees that are across the Great Sea. So, I will see you once we are inside, or actually, let's go see what, let's test out the magic armor on the Deku Baba up there. Or the Boko Baba is actually what they're called. Keep on wanting to call them Deku Baba. Okay, so here we are, we have 1776 rupees. Oh no, I don't, whoa! Wow! That was like nearly 100 rupees. Goodness gracious. Okay, well maybe not a good enemy to try it out on. I just want to see like what a hit will do, not like being eaten. But yeah, that was a lot of rupees. Wow, I definitely would have rather just lost the hearts there. Yeah, holy cow, okay. Well, we'll test it out on another enemy later. So while we're here, let's take the time to talk to Makar and then the Deku Tree, since they're pretty much the only ones that are here, and see how things are going. I'm going to practice much more so that next year's performance will be spectacular. I hope you'll come and see us again then. You will, won't you? And Deku Tree, do you have anything to say? I think I need to talk to you over on this pedal over here. How are things in the world, Link? As you can see, I'm slowly growing older and feebler. It seems only my wisdom is full of vigor lately, but that is just the way of life, child, and not cause for sadness. If there is anything you wish to know, just ask. I will aid you as I may. What is it you wish to know? Oh, tell me about the Koroks, about the forest water. Oh, okay, yeah, give me some information here. Tell me about the Koroks. What do you wish to learn about? Wow. So much is here, the island Koroks. Okay, we're gonna be going over this text for a little while. Are you concerned about the little Koroks who have left the safety of our Forest Haven? It is indeed true that there are many islands in the Great Sea that have grown dark and dangerous. Who knows what perils might await my children? If it's not too much to ask, Link, please offer my children assistance should their needs become dire. Can I count on you to check on them for me as you proceed with your quest? I trust their care to you. Yeah, tell me about the Koroks, but specifically, I guess the Forest Koroks. You wish to know about the Koroks who remain here in the Forest Haven? Well, you can find Holo or Holo in the hole over there, researching potions. And as for Makar, well, just look, he is right there. He's busy practicing a new song for next year's ceremony. He is already looking forward to it. Tell me about the forest water. Forest water. The forest water is a mystical and powerful draught that fills the trees with life and vitality. With this water, it would even be possible to return life to a battered, withered tree. Hint, hint, wink, wink, and yet the forest water is quickly spoiled by the air outside the Forest Haven. Once it leaves the borders of these woods, it will lose its potency after just 30 minutes and become no different from ordinary water. Note that in the GameCube version, it's 20 minutes. We get 10 extra minutes in this version of the game. I suppose it's thanks to the water that this gnarled old tree has been able to live for so many long years. If you see the Koroks in trouble out there, I hope you can aid them while the forest water remains potent. I shall mark their locations on your sea chart. So he will do that for us if we grab the water, but I don't think there's anything else for us to ask him. I think those are all the text options, so cool, now we know. And if you empty a bottle, which I will have to empty a bottle, okay. Do I want to get rid of the blue potion or the fairy? I guess we'll get rid of the fairy. We'll come across more of those later. Getting rid of the blue potion just seems kind of like a waste right now. Anyways, let's scoop up some water. Or actually, we can't do it here. We need to go somewhere where the water's a little bit deeper. I think we can do it over here. No, okay. We need to go, I guess, off the side right here, below the waterfall or something. Let's try, yeah, this will be good. You filled your bottle with forest water. You can use it multiple times, but it will lose its forest freshness after just 30 minutes. After that, it becomes normal water. So, there's a timer up at the top. We can see now that it's good at 30 minutes, so we're solid. So, we're gonna be taking this water to the various trees that are across the Great Sea. You definitely wanna make sure that you have the Ballad of the Gales, or Ballad of Gales before you begin this, and preferably the Swift Sail if you're also playing this version of the game. But between the Swift Sail, Ballad of the Gales, and the increased time allotment for this version of the game, a lot of the difficulty has been taken out. If you are playing the GameCube version though, you absolutely need to have Ballad of Gales. Is it Ballad of the Gales or Ballad of Gales? I think it's Ballad of Gales, okay. Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure you have that, especially if you're playing the GameCube version of the game. That being said, our first destination is Cliff Plateau Isles, which he has marked all the locations on the map for us, which was very kind of him. I like the little drawing, it's nice, they're like little red ones. So, yeah, we're gonna go to Cliff Plateau Isle, which is where, I should know my Wind Waker geography better than this. Right here, right to the east. So, we're gonna head that way, we're gonna get there via sailing, so I will see you once we get there. Oh, and if you hop off the water there, I should just show that the water will carry you all the way down here. The current is really fast, and once you get sucked up in that, there's no getting out of it. You just kind of have to ride the water until you get to the bottom. Oh, and while you pause, the timer also pauses, so if you need to just kind of think for a second or map out where you want to go, don't worry, the timer is not still going. Okay, so here we are at the first destination, and if I remember right, oh, no, let's not do all that. Come on, stop, boat, stop. Sorry, I called you boat, I should call you the king or something, but anyways, if I remember correctly, this location will require a little bit of work to get to the tree. In fact, we've been here before. You can see the Korok tree all the way up there. Unfortunately, the only way to get up there is to go through the entire underground section again. So we have done this before, so this is nothing new. But I guess I'll go ahead and show it off anyways while I talk about real life stuff and whatnot. So, last time that I recorded a video, was it before the vacation or was it after? It was after the vacation. Yeah, but I don't think that I took the time to talk about how my vacation went. I don't think I did. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself. But yeah, so I got back from a vacation a few days ago, or yesterday? What's today? Tuesday? 2 days ago I got back from vacation. So yeah, it was good. Had a good time. Glad to be back though. You know, for me, it just takes a few days of vacation before I'm just kind of ready to get back in the swing of things. I'm a big routine kind of person, you know? So, happy to be back home. Had a good time though, and it was a good trip. I felt really good about it because we did go to the beach, but we went to a not at all crowded beach, like a much smaller beach, and we were also able to stay in Airbnb, not a hotel. So we didn't have to worry about bumping into a bunch of people right now. So that was nice. We kind of get to have our own private little space for the weekend. So once you get through there, you're back up here, and you're gonna wanna equip that water and dump it on out to the tree. Because that's totally how botany works. Thank you very much. Swordsman, you must find 7 more of my fellow Koroks. If you pour the forest water on all of our trees, then the trees will surely grow strong again. But remember, in just 27 minutes and 52 seconds, the forest water you have will turn into plain water, so hurry up and look for my fellow Koroks. Okay, so the next one is over on Shark Island. Let's see, where that is down here. I guess the quickest way is to warp. So I could cut a lot of this out, and if I did, it would be a really short video, probably like 8 minutes or something. I would rather not do that, you know. Oh my gosh, look at the sky behind me. Wow, that is just beautiful. I know we have a timer going on right now, but let me just get out the telescope, because man, this is pretty. Wow. Or just first person view, I guess is what I want to say. Man. Ah. Would this really be an episode of my Wind Waker Let's Play if I weren't just talking about how pretty the game is? Another thing that I've learned about myself is I absolutely cannot talk while I play Ballad of Gales, or any song at all in the Wind Waker. I just have to kind of be quiet for a second to let my muscle memory take focus. So, yeah, what a pretty sight. This is just, I love this game. I love how pretty this is. Anyways, so it was a good vacation. I got plenty of sun. I was actually really pleasantly surprised. I did get sunburned, but not bad. I didn't like get this big, you know, I wasn't fried basically all over my body. There were a few parts that kind of got pink, like, for some reason, like the inside of my elbows, which is kind of a weird phrase to say, but I think that's how you say it. The inside of my elbows got kind of burned. Little blotches of my stomach were burned, and the inside of my legs, near my knees, was also burned, slightly, but none of it was like really bad burning. Also, my forehead got scorched. My forehead was the only part of me that got really burned, because I personally hate putting sunscreen on my forehead, only because when you start to sweat, the sunscreen starts to drip in your eyes, and your eyes are burning, and yeah. I speak from experience because I do a part-time job where I work outside, and sweat quite a bit, and when you put sunscreen in your face, on your forehead, it just drips down into your eyes, and yeah, not the greatest time. Especially during a pandemic where you can't touch your eyes with your hands and wipe your eyes out, and then, you know, go back to taking orders and stuff like that. You just can't. You can't touch your eyes. You just have to like accept the burn, basically. So our next destination is Great Fish Island. Great Fish Isle. I don't know why it's called Great Fish Isle. It really should be called Great Fish Island because it's a pretty big island, at least compared to other things. So, yeah, so my forehead got scorched because I refused to put sunscreen on it, but that's okay. I mean, to me, like, that's probably one of the least painful parts of your body that can get sunburned. I don't know, like, when I make facial expressions, like, it sounds weird to say it that way, but I personally don't use my forehead a lot in my facial expressions, or I just don't move my forehead a lot, personally. So it doesn't bother me having it burned compared to, I guess, like other parts of my face or other parts of my body. So my feet amazingly did not get burned. I guess I did a pretty good job of just kind of coating them in sunscreen for that not to happen. But man, if they were burned, I would be in for one heck of a time, considering, again, I have a job where I have to wear, you know, closed-toed shoes, and I'd have socks, and then my feet moving around in the socks inside the shoes and burning. Yeah, that would not be a good time. So yeah, my forehead got burned. Anything else? A little bit on my back, just a little bit, and a little bit on the sides of my neck. But overall, I mean, it's like very, very minimal. It's just like very slightly pink. So not bad at all. Okay. So our next destination is Needle Rock Island, which should be right around. Yep, right here. Okay, I guess we will just sail there. Yeah. Okay, where is the King of Red Lions? I'm gonna hop in him and just make sure that, that is indeed, that we are at our closest point right here. Yeah, by far. Okay, that's the closest we're gonna get to it. Okay, this way. So again, I'm gonna keep on talking while I do this. So, yeah, and I'm putting like on like this kind of like afterburn cream spray stuff to hopefully kind of save my skin. But it's funny, the actual, on the side of the bottle, it says save your skin, which I thought was a pretty good play on words. But yeah, I don't usually tan well. I don't. I usually burn and can't get my skin to get any darker. But I actually oddly tanned pretty well this weekend, for my standards at least. So I was pretty happy about that. I had a good trip with my family, of course. It was really good family time. I don't know about you guys, but my family tends to be very argumentative. And historically, unfortunately, our family vacations have included a lot of arguments. But this one, no, there weren't really any arguments. I guess, you know, we've grown up. I don't know, and I don't just mean the kids either, but yeah. So it was a good, peaceful family vacation with no fighting for the most part. And yeah, it was a good time. So our next destination is Private Oasis, which is a little bit over that way. We might actually be able to warp directly to that. I can't quite remember. So if I were playing the original version of this game, I would have 14 minutes left on my timer, which is pretty good. Not too bad. And again, you know, between the Swift Sail and Ballad of Gale, you really shouldn't have too many problems with this. Okay, Private Oasis, which is, we have 3 very convenient warp points to go from. Let's do this location. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll run into Mapfish around this area so that we can finally get this spot filled in on our map. Because previously, the Mapfish wasn't there, or the Fishman wasn't there, because the island wasn't here, or the tower, I should say. But now that the tower is here, we should be able to find the Fishman. Hello. I can't remember what he says about this place. Tower of the Gods. I've done a fish fortune on you, small fry, and from what I can tell, it looks like you're fated to come to this place many times. And the keys that control that fate are none other than the lucky items known as the Triumph Forks. Yeah, there's some sort of magical utensils. If you want to learn more about the Triumph Forks, talk to that guy Tingle. That's what the fish fortune told me. Now, I know I may only look like a fish, but my fortune telling is uncannily accurate. You'd better believe it, small fry. I don't know, it sounds kind of fishy. And he's off. Okay, so where were we going again? Yeah, Private Oasis. So we are not facing the right direction. Another thing to point out, I suppose, is that the marks that were on our map are being turned green as we revive the trees. So yeah, the Korok symbols look more natural in green. Okay, so now that we're here, we're gonna want to climb this direction the same way we did before, or get up here the same way we did before, which was use our Deku Leaf. To not do that, I think the wind's actually conveniently blowing pretty much the correct direction. Nice. Yeah, so what was I saying? We did not need to get up here at all. Don't know why I thought it was up there. I was thinking about the treasure chest. This would be the prettiest place to watch the sunrise, by the way. Could you imagine sitting in that chair over there and just watching the sun come up over the horizon? Or actually, I believe this direction is east. Oh, so you couldn't. You could watch the sunset though, which might arguably be better. I don't know. Are you guys more of a sunrise kind of person, or are you more sunrise kind of people, or do you guys like your sunsets better? Which do you prefer, sunrise or sunsets? Let me know, I'm curious. As for me, I think I like sunrises better. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a sunset, but I guess that, well, first of all, before I, okay, I need to go up there. Cool. I think we might actually be able to directly warp to that place. Eastern Fairy Island. No, but we can get pretty darn close. So, I think I prefer sunrises. I tend to be, I'm a morning person anyways, I would say. So I guess that kind of factors into it, but yeah, I don't know. Sunrises are pretty because you see it and it's like, wow, what a pretty sight. And that's, to me, a really great note to start your day off on. When it's a sunset, it's like, wow, that was pretty. The day's kind of over. Well, I guess let's do more stuff. I don't know. Like, the sunrise is kind of, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's symbolic of the start of the day. You know, it literally is the start of the day. But, you know, I guess, like, just the feeling you get when you watch, like, at least that I get when I watch the sunrise. It's different than when I watch the sunset. And also, when a sunset happens, once it's down over the horizon, you know, it's pretty much, you know, that's it. But when it's a sunrise, you can kind of watch it climb up higher and higher and higher in the sky. So, I guess you start with the climax and then it kind of eases out rather than it kind of builds up, which is what happens with the sunset. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about this, but yeah, I don't know. This is how my brain works. I think way too hard about things that probably don't need to be pondered over so hardly, so much. Yeah, so that's just how I roll, how my brain works. So we've done now 5 out of the 7. Our next one is at Mother and Child Isles. But if you remember in the last episode, we warped there and we didn't actually get to the outside of the island. Instead, we got inside the island. So we're gonna need to do the same thing again. We're gonna warp to Tingle and then sail on over. So yeah, sunrises are nice. I wish I watched more of them. I tend to wake up, I guess, before the sun rises, and a lot of, you know, depends on the time of the year because, you know, daylight savings. But even though I wake up in time to watch sunrises, I don't do that all the time. I rarely ever watch a sunrise or sunset. I think most people probably have that same experience, that it's very rare for them to watch a sunrise or a sunset, but I've got to say, I wish it was something that I did more often. I really do. You know? Because it's a really nice feeling when you do, but I guess my mornings are pretty jam-packed usually, so I don't really have the time for that. Or maybe I could if I just kind of built it in, but I don't know. The time of the sunrise obviously changes throughout the year, and my schedule typically doesn't, so I guess that's kind of a reason why, but maybe someday. Maybe in my retirement, 40 years from now, I will enjoy the sunrise, the sunrises every day. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, here we are. Ooh, Chew Jelly. Great opportunity to try out the magic armor on an enemy that's not gonna gulp onto me for a while. Okay, so there you are. Let us get this out and see what it's gonna do. Okay, so we have 1704. Let's just run into it. Wow. That took away 40 rupees. I don't think that was worth it. I really don't. That's insane. Wow. Okay, I should have got that thing's blue chew before I killed it, but oh well. Yeah. All right, well, I won't be using the magic armor in this version of the game. I don't like that. I kind of wish they would revert it back. I wish they hadn't made that change. I would rather be using magic than rupees. I don't know. Like, I mean, to be fair, with the magic, when it did operate on magic, you couldn't use it that much before your magic would run out. But still, it's better than using up your rupees, you know? But at the same time, it's nice that it's not constantly using up your rupees, it's only using up your rupees when you're hit. While originally, back when it ran on magic, it would suck up the magic regardless of whether or not you were being hit, just having it on would use the magic. I know this song, but why can't I play it correctly when I'm talking? Anyways, let's, actually, I guess we're just gonna sail north from here. I don't know why I thought we could warp to Star Island, but I did for whatever reason. Let's see, am I facing the right direction? Nope. North. Oh my gosh! What? That was insane! Did you guys see that? Wow, I've never seen that happen before. Wow, because the boat was in the air, because, you know, the King Red Lions was in the air while he hit that. I, like, flew out of the boat. Wow, that was wild. Okay, I've never seen that happen before. You know, I got slung back so far that if I hadn't, you know, made it, like, straight back to the island, I could have drowned. Like, that was a really far distance that I had to swim. Anyways, under your revive, the last tree. Because they're all connected, it'll grow to a full-size tree, and we're rewarded with... Oh, cool, I can backflip into this one as well. Let's see. It's weird to see a piece of heart, like, lying in the ground rather than, like, us just getting it directly from someone. You know, this is kind of different. Nice! Oh, I'm glad that this operates like a heart container would. Lovely. Cool, that was the fourth piece too. So piece of art number 36. Very nice. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get. And 3 of those will be heart containers that we get from bosses. So we have 8 more pieces of heart to obtain before we've gotten all the ones in the game. Pretty cool. But on that note, we're gonna end things off here and enjoy this sunset over our next destination. the Forsaken Fortress. So next time let's play The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD, we will be going to the Forsaken Fortress now that we have the Master Sword. We're going to use that to take on Ganon and save our little sister. Thank you to my patrons, William, Nintendo Like Crisis, Joseph from Dobro Show, Drew Haddad, Charlotte, and Grant Spector. I'm Kimrani, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye, guys.